Hello there, welcome back to Great Britain, and well, Wealth of Nations. Apparently there's been a lot of complaining on the forums. I'm not the only one who had that. Have a superior army, then the enemy run off. Uh, thing happened, so I'm not alone in that. Anyways, the main concern for a lot of the people on the forums are that the aggressive expansion is apparently through the roof. Rebels have made a very strong comeback. This is actually quite the proof of that, because before, a rebel army would be half their size, even in the area here, well, at least not as big. They are about 5 or 8, well, units more than they used to be, which of course is a hilariously annoying problem. Let's just face that, and if I am to go for harsh treatment to keep rebels at bay, then things are going to get real bad real fast. As you can see, the Patriots, the fact that this many Patriots also doesn't make sense in most of these cases because I've already taken the land, and I've had it for some time. If non-accepted culture overextension, well, I can understand it if you take it that way, but I believe non-accepted culture wasn't that much of a problem before. And also, if the rebels really aren't this strong, then things are going to get quite dicey, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'll try and take a province here to see how much aggressive expansion I actually gain from that, but we'll be continuing where we left off. We'll still be fighting Austria. Go for this part will most likely just be to get Naples and Tuscany out of this, and potentially start sieging some of the Austrian lands and hopefully beat them back. We'll see how it plays out. Well, I didn't pay attention, and I'm apparently paying the price for that. They attack with a rather big army here. They also have a terrain malice, so due to that, we're going to or just leave the sieging armies, which I probably should have done from the start, and we're going to march to help. Valencia has also been called, so we are getting some extra forces into the scene here, and we'll see how this plays out. I have more troops than them. I should be beating them pretty damn soundly here, but we'll see how it plays out. I've numbered them more than 2 to 1. They have negative bonuses all across the board. The generals are, except for Shock, they are fairly equal. So if they beat me horrendously here, then I'm definitely going to say that something was screwed up in the last update here. And of course I didn't pay attention to this, and as a result of that now we have an attacking army. So I think what we're actually going to do is just pull these guys, all of them out, and then we're going to continue the fight elsewhere. But as you can see here, this is 80% of the army right now is fighting me at this very moment. And as such, I'm very tempted to just go ahead and hunt them down. They'll definitely be going to Vienna, I would presume. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, they'll definitely be going to Vienna once they actually lose here. I'm pretty damn sure about that. So we'll probably go and hunt them down. Hopefully destroy this army once and for all. As you can see here, they lost approximately 46,000 versus our 17. So I'm a little bit unsure. If I hunt them down, it'll probably be beneficial, but it could also turn out horribly for myself. So what I think we are going to do here is just, again, we're going to play it safe. We're going to go back on the sieging, here. Just get it done with, more or less, and hopefully we can get the victory here I'm after. But as long as they just keep on attacking me, then I'll definitely win. I've also gotten Riga out of this, so I would presume that the Russians will now put most of their forces into what that is, if they can get themselves over here, and they probably will be able to, thanks to transport, and also the fact that we have, well, now they have military access, which should also help them land in Mecklenburg, and thus they can't just walk through the entirety of the Roman Empire. They're already in Hungary, causing trouble there, so as you might imagine, this is definitely swinging into our favor right now. I'm still a little bit unsure what I can actually force the Austrians to do here, because as you can see, even though they're still big, the most I can do is 4 or 5 provinces. So most likely I won't be able to do much, no matter how you look at it. Even the Palatinate, which is 3 provinces, costs 72%, which is very much interesting here. Can apparently provoke imperial reform. I can enforce military access, enforce fleet spacing. Huh, that could actually be quite interesting, but I don't think we'll do any of that. I think what the goal here will be is what I originally planned: siege the entirety of Austria, allow rebels to take their course, and hopefully then screw Austria over to the level where, well, nothing will happen. But unfortunately, they've already converted a lot of the culture here, as you can see here. Handing these over to Burgundy is most likely the only option, or potentially making Austria so weak that Burgundy believe they can take these themselves. Most likely, they'll have to end up being in war with Austria for quite a bit of time. But we'll still be playing defensively. We'll wait for them. I think that is the best idea I can do right now. I'm also going to take the next offensive idea. Well, military-wise, we still have to wait quite a bit. We are 15 years ahead of our time. So, filling out the offensive idea is completely probably the best idea. And with this, when I get a land, force them modifier plus 25%, which brings the total up to 317. So, if you consider that, we're looking pretty damn good. Well, they apparently added this too, which is kind of interesting. The missionary, harsh treatment, change culture. Well, I might actually, I think I might actually do that in Ireland. It's actually very tempting, especially considering the fact that there aren't too much else that I will be using diplomatic points for. So, changing the culture, at least in Great Britain, to make it completely safe here is probably a rather good idea. Is Scottish accepted? Yeah, Scottish is accepted, Irish and Welsh is not, so... as I said, it would probably not be a bad idea, but I'll be waiting a little while longer, and then we'll see how to stand. So for the time being, we'll just try and get, as I said, both Tuscany and Naples out of this, and then we'll see how we stand after that. Again, this kind of shows just how ridiculous the rebel stacks have become here. This was a 27,000 man army, or 28 probably, that I rose up in Verona here. Even with 50,000 men enforcing my rule, it didn't actually help at all. But even so, the fact that the total amount is 27,000 here is very much a surprise. I don't think there's the base tax of 8, and otherwise I don't think there would be pretty much many people left. It's, well, that actually happened. So I'm a little bit surprised about, or on how that actually ended up, but doesn't really matter. I think I'll back up Milan here. They are sieging Trent, which is the war goal here, and with that we'll definitely again be in the driver's seat, but I'm very tempted to aim at sieging the entirety of Austria if I can pull it off. But we'll see here. As you can see, 27 Patriot regiments rising up. Rebels are definitely off the hinge right now. And manpower for basically every nation will suffer from that. But I can also use this to my advantage. Again, with hopefully screwing over Austria. As one can imagine would be a hilariously funny thing to do right now. Exactly due to the fact that manpower is so hilariously skewed. No, manpower, the rebels are so hilariously skewed. We'll see if I can pull it off or not. With the siege of Firenze here, I'm pretty sure that we can get the Tuscans out of this. And as you can see, they would accept a white peace, which also means that I can most likely force some terms on them, which would be actually fairly good. The remains of the enemy army is basically standing right here, 100,000 men in total. And with that, we can definitely, if I beat them here, start sieges. If I manage to siege this area, then I'm pretty sure that we can make something work. I'm a little bit unsure how I want to deal with these guys. I'll probably just accept whatever terms they have. I do have quite a bit of points to go on, so it should be fine. Again, I really need to find a way to deal with the Netherlands soon, but right now I don't really have the possibility to do that since I'm already at war with Austria. So I guess once Austria is over, we'll go straight after Bohemia and the Netherlands. I don't expect the Netherlands to be too much of a problem. They only have 16,000 men. I should also be able to take the entirety of the colonies without any problems at all. And most of it will most likely go to the colonial Mexico here. So again, it shouldn't be a problem. It might be a little bit of a problem with Louisiana, but we'll figure that out very, very soon. Or once the war is over, I guess. For now, however, the goal will still be to just make everything work. Once these guys are back, we'll be making peace with Tuscany. But for now, I'll just get everything sorted out, and we'll prepare to actually start sieging Austria in its entirety once we defeat their armies. With the siege of Romagna here, we are definitely most likely probably in charge. I would at least presume that we are. And with that, I am going to, take the 20k army that I joined with this one out and allow the 50k army to join again, which should be perfectly alright. and we'll also, of course, make peace with Naples, which means that the south is completely under our control, and that will definitely be useful in the future. We have a great man there, gives us a free stability point, up at 3 now, which we probably won't be for too long. I would at least not presume so. Anyways, there's not really too much I want to do here. Potentially I could force them to release the Pope again, or hand some lands over to the Pope, but they wouldn't accept that, so I guess they wouldn't. I'm not actually ready for peace no matter what we do, which is a little bit surprising, really. Huh. I guess I'll use this 20k army then to, well, hurt them, and hopefully then make something work. For the time being, however, I'm not really interested in making a move. They are suffering attrition, I am not, as far as I can see. So allowing them to just stand there and take that little bit of attrition is probably the best thing I can do. I have no idea why these guys are just, well, running around not making any sense, but I guess I can't do anything about that. We don't really need too many diplomacy points right now. It would be good to have a guy at level 3, and we can actually afford that too. So I guess we'll go with this, yeah, we'll go with better relations over time, for the time being. And I think I can then afford to actually at least go for the Welsh and the Irish provinces, and aim at turning them British or English is probably what they'll be, to make sure that at least my island is rebel-proof to at least some degree. But we'll wait for the sieges here to finish, and we'll see what these guys actually decide to do with their armies. Hopefully we can pull something out here in our favor. 28. So we'll actually arrive here as support, which is great. So I think we'll go through with that. If they attack us here and they still shenanigans away, so to speak, then I'll be royally pissed. So let's see how this plays out. They have negative modifiers. Rodolfo is in charge. He's probably the best general that could be chosen here. And we outnumber them 3-1. This should be a resounding victory to us, but 11,000 in a colony. Oh, it's not really a colony, but even so, 11,000 rebels is a little bit surprising, even for me. Rather surprising, yeah. But doesn't matter. It's not colonies that are interesting right now. It is the battle. The fact that the Russians have actually already started or been capable of sieging some of the provinces is actually fairly good. So I guess we'll just accept to whatever terms these guys have. It's mostly just, as you can see, 10 prestige. I can live with that. Yeah, I can live with that. And hopefully here, I'm a little bit unsure now if I do want to hunt down the Austrian army, because definitely it has suffered some amazing losses here. Approximately 30,000 to R10, but of course now over not overextension, but rather the attrition will be murdering a lot of my men unless I can, well, get myself away, so to speak. Apparently I have an unused general, which is kind of weird, but nothing much I can do about that. I'll be hunting down these smaller armies now and just try and get rid of them, I think. So we'll definitely be marching with the goal of getting, of just, well, not really getting rid of, but reducing the amount of forces that the enemy has. That will definitely be helpful, I think. So I do think that I need this amount of soldiers to actually keep or be able to siege Trent. But until the Austrians actually return, we're going to split them in two. We're going to move this army right here back as soon as they win this battle. And with that, I should be able to protect Trent if we get that one. One of my concerns right now is, of course, manpower. That it's starting to run low, but even so, it should be perfectly alright to just allow it to, well, stay low to some degree. It shouldn't be a horrible problem. The Russians, Lüneburg, Milan, everyone is sieging, but as you can see, they still have quite a bit of force here that is potentially going to run rampant and potentially screw me over again very, very badly. I do not like that one bit, to be perfectly frank. But let's face it, I have twice that force at the front lines here, so I don't expect too many problems in the future. But I'm a little bit unsure if I will take advantage of the bug or not, or the current new patch. If it stays, then I probably will, no matter what happens. But right now it doesn't make too much sense to do so. This is a little bit more interesting though. Bohemia is actually attacking the Ottomans. And it's actually due to Lithuanian conquest of Poltava. So they actually joined the Crimean War. And this could actually be useful for me too. If the Ottomans manage to push or kick Bohemia's ass to such a degree that I can make something out of it when I attack Bohemia, that would be great. But I expect the war here with all shit to last at least 5 or even another decade. So I have no idea if I can make it work or not. Again, it's kind of a gamble. But it'll probably take a couple of days before I do another part. I have exams upcoming. And due to that, we'll have to see. I also am messing around with both Tropicon Watchdogs. So tell me what to do. If they patch it before I get a chance to record, then that'll be it. But the main question that I really want to ask of this episode is: do you want me to fight the biggest wars in this way? Slow down with a lot of my thought process behind it, and potentially that's basically it. Just trying to make it go a little bit more in depth in at least the bigger wars. If this is more interesting, please tell me so. But as you can also see, it drags things out. There's been 3 episodes now where I've just been fighting Austria. So tell me what you think, and hopefully I'll see you around next time. Bye!